はい、それじゃあやってみます。今回はね、ソフィア副議長がね、お使いを頼まれたんで、お使いをこなすところです。モナーク。ガスカディア着陸場。危険な場所なのか。エーテルウェーブ周波数から検出しました。
The eternal is in us all. The OSI would have you believe that your place in society, indeed in the universe, is preordained. A man who works in the mines of Hephaestus, coating his lungs in mercury dust for not but a few bits a night. This fate is set in stone? When he dies young, coughing up black blood, his part in the grand plan? No, I say. Greatness is in everyone. Not just those so fortunate as to have been born into prosperity.
That was unexpected.
予想していませんでした。でも変です。
I am inclined to agree with your assessment.
あなたの評価に賛成します。というのも、私はシステム的にそうするようにプログラムされているからです。
I've also
モナーク
received
の
a
ナビキ
message
入
from
手につい
Dr.
てメッセージが
Wells
届いてい
regarding
ます。
our having acquired a nav key to Monarch. Considering our contractual alliance with Adjutant Akande, are you sure you want to speak with the outlaw scientist?
まあ、あの人は恩人だからね。
Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly.
リクロを戦ってすぐにステラベイに行くの。何をすればいいのか教えて。
You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals,
彼は情報
it's
屋として知
Hiram.
られている。
I need those chemicals to revive the
有
Hope
色者を蘇
colonists.
生されている。
They
あ
can
の
help
化合
us
物
fight
が
back
必要
against
だ。
the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
We'll be here, Captain.
Big, wild, untamed. Aimed. Danger lurking around every corner. Monarch is everything I imagined.
There's an awful lot of rust. Playing and growling out there, Captain. I guess this is what Edgewater's gonna look like in a couple of years.
Eyes up, boss. We're rambling into the jaws of danger. Ready when you are, boss. Don't mess with the down. You ever want to hide a body? You could dump it in that sulfur pool.
I don't got much use.
I'm a good brawl. Here they come!
Right.
Jackass is incoming! On it, boss!
Here we go!
The best there ever was! Always wanted to visit Stellar Bay. Taking the sights, the sounds, the... Wait, what's that smell?
Help! Someone's been killed!
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. Don't interrupt.
あな
It's
たが
rude.
ヨカか
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
はじめまして
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you? Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
エビサイト診療所あそこか
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean...
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
カフェノイド
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like.
彼女のとこに行く時間は考えた方がいいのよ
Thanks, I'll keep
そ
that
れ
in
はまあ
mind.
気をつけるよ
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
カフェノイドのサプ
What
リを
a
取ってくるよう
helpful
に言わ
young
れたん
lady
だ
you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
これは自分で飲む分だ
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
最近は信用できない人が多いから
I
ね
can tell. You've got one of those faces. I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail? Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry. I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
この一帯を担当しているのはあなただと思ってたわ。それだけの資格がある。
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
ドクター・ウィリアムズ。
The one upstairs, where we store our medicines.
ドクター
In
は
the
どこ
town
に？
graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some
悟りの花を追い求
rather
めてた。
daring substance combinations. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties.
You're gonna go tussle with some raptidons? Because I've been practicing my dropkick.
Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie. Chin up, dearie.
"なるほど。ウィリアムズはあそこか。
Rap Musk and Canadize, right here.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
最後に見たのはどこ？
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the woman to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
探すのを手伝うよ。
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas.
少年を注がせ親から奪うなんて。
Ooh. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments at the cannery.
We gotta go exploring. I wanna see some savages. You, boss. Looks like we're doing this!
いたいた、鍵あってる。
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the
そう、破
iconoclast.
壊式者
I'm
の街。
Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it. Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems. Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they
大丈
come.
夫なの？ラプティ
You're
ド
welcome
と
to
か
stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
一つの大家族みたいなの？
That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them. Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying.
男の子探してるんだけど見なかった。
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Hey, boss. I want to talk to you.
え、どうしたん？
When you started working for the adjutant, I wasn't sure what to think. But the way you treated Miss Lockwood was real honorable.
立派なことをしていかないと。
Heroes always do the honorable thing. There it is. The tagline for our adventure serial. This is all part of your plan, right? You're putting on an act. Pretend you're loyal to the adjutant, earn her trust, and then, when she least expects it, you hit her with the old double cross.
口発しないでくれよね。
Hey, no problem, boss. I can keep it on the quiet. What were we talking about again? Have we even met before? See? Discreet. We should get back to work. Thanks for the talk.
なるほど。話を聞くと、まだ寝返れるって
Seems
話
like a
か。
nice little town. Except for all the weird critters.
This place wasn't half so pretty in the serials.
Taro's got that sweet love.
あ、自動販売機ある。
You gotta boil it or you'll get sick. Then all that sweetness takes the air. Or anyhow. Nah. Don't boil it. You're gonna get sick all the same. Might as well enjoy it. Don't boil? Do you want the runs? Better than tasting sulfur and dirt every day.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger? Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the Iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
アグレスが言ってた小さな男の子。
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
危ない目に遭っていると思い込んでいた。助けてほしいと頼まれた。
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
彼女と向き合って成長した姿を見せてやればいい。
She doesn't want to see me as anything other than her baby boy. Why would I go back again? What'll be different this time?
何週間も生き延びたんでしょ。そこで得た技術を見せてやればいい。
I can do this. I just need to stand my ground and make her see she can't control me anymore. No one can.
よし、じゃあステラベイに戻ろう。
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound. Tell the captain how grateful we are, Tuk Tuk.
Mama, I told you that I'm not staying. I just came back to talk to you about why I
話が終わっ
left.
たらアンバーハイツに
Then
戻
I'm
るよ。
going back to Amber Heights.
Oh, we'll get that silliness sorted out. You're safe here with me, and that's how it's going to stay. Isn't that right?
あとは二人で話し合うことね。
There's nothing to work out. My baby's back home, and that's all there is to say on the matter.
No, Mama, I have plenty to say about this, but that's between us. Now you promised the captain a reward, so settle up. Then you and me can have a long talk.
Here, kind stranger. This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my Tuk Tuk home safe again.
それではお天気で。まあ経験値が目的でやってたからね。
May I help you with something, my good woman?
松の木は夜空だ。
At last. I was beginning to think I'd waste away in this wretched place, waiting on orders from our mutual friend. You're here about Devil's Peak Station, yes?
どこに行けばいいのかだけ教えて。
Once you leave this forlorn town, look to the horizon and you'll see a mountaintop that looks like a fiendish skull with two curving horns. That's where the station is. There's a path along the western side of the mountain. Unfortunately, monsters and marauders are as common as kindling on Monarch, so the approach will be perilous. Well, you're Akande's blunt instrument, aren't you? I'm sure you can manage. However, there is a mercenary of some fame in town, Nyoka. She frequents the yacht club. Law, how I hate that name. Anyway, she might be useful if you can overcome her proclivities.
わかった。
Good luck. Now, you should move along. After all, we are supposed to be strangers.
この部屋だな。
Smells like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work.
よし、例のもの持ってきたぞ。
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
早速だが。
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go. Great. Where to?
情報屋を探す。デビルズピークを連れて行ってほしい。
Oh, you want to see Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. You can't miss his radio tower. Huge devil horns in the sky. Rough trek, though. He's way southwest, all the way past Fallbrook. If you're keen on hunting a few things, we can take the mountain's western slope. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
船にも止めてある。そこで待っていてくれ。
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
A ship?
お、
Well,
新しい
look at
仲間
you.
か。
I'll find a spot there to call my own for now. Find me when you're ready.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
あ、結構距離があるな。隠れ家の鍵。
him!
こっちはいけないな。
Score one for Felix. Let's dance! Down! Hold up! Yeah! Now that was fun!
Please, you don't have to do this. Just let us down from here. The humidity is really uncomfortable. Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
Somebody's blowing up a piece of Monarch. I want in.
waiting for this.
Wow, not even a scratch!
Heads up!
あ、この橋から登れる。
Still got it.ひどい名前だ。だいぶ寄り道しちゃったな。
あれ、さっき来た場所戻っちゃった。
They're real pretty. And they got these really big teeth, if you see them up close.
I heard they spit acid right in your eyes. You saw one of them? It's up, boss!
On behalf of everyone who gets the creepies from big bugs, I vote we head back to the ship for a shower. Who's with me? Here we go!
Who's next? Nobody? Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what you get.
I'm ready for this.
What's that noise?
One down.
Right?
may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever see me. So leave already.
You got him.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face the intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder?
情報を探してるんだ。
Nice and coherent. Good. Take it you're not with the Marauders then. By the hand of fate and my own cunning skill, I run this station. The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need of you. As my newest contractor, you may call me the broker. You're here, and you're armed, aren't you? The feed's gone grainy, but it looks like you're packing deadly force. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again.
All right, hushing up.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why you ventured here at all. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here? Ah yes, our little chat on the intercom. You're looking for the premier broker for all of Monarch, which you knew was me, clearly. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
Have you seen Doc Wells? The guy's ancient. You take any more time and he's liable to croak.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end. You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience. Allow me to assure you that I know absolutely nothing about any allegedly illegal broadcasts. Surely the board is aware of that. They must know I'd never involved myself in such despicable activities. There's utterly no reason to arrest anyone in this broadcast station, let alone me. In fact, you're doing me a favor by helping me disable any alleged such broadcasts, if they exist. You could do me another favor by mentioning my loyalty to the board in your report.
I don't think this fella's entirely on the level.
Ah, damn it, Hiram, you were so close. I was just starting to like you.
I'm not sure whether to be touched or insulted by that. Look, you never met a man more willing to work with the board than me. I know we can come to an agreement, please. So he does? What sort of an amount are we intimating here? Never mind. The details are of no matter for now. I'm happy to help the board in any way I can, for so long as they consider me a friend. The station routes all communications across Monarch. Since the company towns were abandoned, the only local transmissions coming in are from Amber Heights or Stellar Bay. But we've already been over that. Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will. There are so many members. Do specify. If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status.
つまりギチャはモナークが持ってきたことを歓迎しているのではなく、悪者扱いしているのね。
Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information. They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know? Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights. I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1 once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night. Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago. You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership. Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet. Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time. Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information. Not much, admittedly. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a raptidon of another color. I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information. What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price. How low you seemingly regard my trade. I may have a secret for you, for the right exchange. How low you seemingly regard my trade. Be a doll and shoot any marauders you spot on the way down.
It's all in the wrist.
それ Vtuber 改造したいの。作業台どこだっけ。
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for that.
Pay to make it stink less.
Supposedly, it's attractive for, you know.
Trust me, no one's going near you like this.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well, new
新しいビジネ
business
スがやっと
turns
見え
up
てき
at
たぞ。
last. Celia, didn't
この
I
新し
tell
い
you
統計
our
ベー
new
スの広告モ
statistics-based
デルは当たるって
advertising
言っ
model
ただ
would
ろ。
be a hit?
確かにおっしゃい
That
まし
you
た。
did,
か
sir.
How can
なんで
yield improvements of
26.7%
.26% not
向上して
quicken
る
the
パルスが
pulse?
早まらない
How can
32% コス
32%
ト
cost
削減
savings
制
not
懐が
poison
潤わ
the
ないの
loins?
閣下は大体その質
Often
問を
pose
し
these
ていま
very
す。
questions.
予定を空けろ。こ
Clear my
ちら
schedule.
の新幹線が
This
俺とお
newcomer
話があ
has
り
a
ました。
meeting with me.
寛大な扱いに感謝する。
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
放送を止めてほしいんだ。
Oh. I suppose that means you aren't here for the Saltuna. Yes, that's it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be because you're an agent of the establishment?
I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Are you out of your mind? You can't just go crawling back to your old masters.
Well, we can't continue to subsist like this either.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
And a Mantisaur problem, and a Marauder problem.
Many, many problems, but they can all be solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting with the Bolt 52, we won't need to advertise anymore. We can stop our transmissions altogether.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
I was starting to get bored listening to you, until you said the phrase, extremely powerful ordnance.
It is quite the rush. An ordinance, of course. We do things in a civilized fashion here, not like Graham's iconoclasts.
There's nothing the board likes so much as paperwork.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you just crawled out from under a rock. Forms and procedures are everything in Halcyon. And this one is located in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
us with the best.
Here we go!
Here they come!
That's gotta hurt.
Ooh, that hurt!
You okay, Captain?
Close. よし、データ削除。
Hello? Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can rats wear boots?
ラプティタンのように言うな。
Get away!
誰かいるの？
Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Manta Queen showed up. Then Raptidons. It was a void-blasted mess. I ran in here, and, now the door's locked. Little help?
閉じ込められたの？
Sounds alright. Next time you get chased by Raptidons, you let me know the rationality of your decisions. Phew. Thanks, lady. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross.
このくらいの鍵なら開けられそう。
All yours, lady.
Phew. Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
無事を祈るよ。
Thanks a lot, lady.
よし、それじゃあ戻ろう。
A fine day for business, isn't it? Anyway, what can I do for you?
カートリッジを見つけてデータも消しておいてよ。
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
そのカートリッジはどんな役立つの？
What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of that. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Wait, we're dropping a bomb on the board?
Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them into offering us a seat at the table.
But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea, it's definitely a firm middle finger.
That's what I like to hear. I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
The board just can't let Monarch go, huh?
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
You really think so?
I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are. Already? If only the rest of the colony operated as efficiently as you. Imagine what a different state we'd be in, hmm? I'll complete the Bolt 52 in no time. I dare say it'll be my second greatest achievement after the reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge? seems unnecessarily complicated.
It's actually very funny, sir.
Now I'm confused. Do you have evidence against UDL or not? I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
You think if we talk to those iconoclast folks, they'd do the same?
Was there anything else? Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. What can I do for you? You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
ごめん、すでに開いてたもんだから、データを見てしまった。
Oh, yes. No doubt someone else was having a laugh at my expense before you. This has been my albatross, the great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them. One of the executives required a transplant. I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects. Apparently not. Yeah, in charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners. I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
さて次はグラハムの元に行こう。まさかこんなゲームで黒歴史なんて単語が出てくると思わなかった。
The infamous Amber Heights.
Everybody here looks wore out. Is it just me?
A manta queen.
Yeah. We
倒せ
failed
る
it,
か
mine.
使い走ると5人を失った。
We lost 2 runners and 5 gun hits.
大きな痛手だ。やはり廃墟に行くべきではなかった。
So much for the ruins.
バンドイたちは一体どこ
Hell
に
only knows
彼ら
where
は
the
現れな
Van
かった
are. They never showed.
彼らは、いや、この件は後で話そう。
Ah,
誰か
let's
来て
talk
るな。
later. It seems we have company. A stranger comes
こ
to
の
our
辺りの
home.
人じゃないな。
If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a
空想破
teacher,
壊主義者
I
主義
am
団
one.
体。
Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
デビルズピークを使うのをやめてほしいの。
Stop. No. Spreading the truth is the only way to combat the board's poisonous campaign of propaganda against their people.
放送しても無駄よ。誰も聞いてない。
I realize the board has blockaded our efforts, but Devil's Peak is an interplanetary radio tower. Surely somebody is listening. Surely?
一つの無線周波数でしか放送してない。受信できるのはごく一部の人だけよ。
Excuse me, I'm from Edgewater on Terra 2. If you'll pardon my saying, nobody I know's ever heard of you.
All the more reason to double down on our efforts.
Graham, we should be focusing on survival anyway. Food, ammo, and medicine. Maybe now's the time to pivot.
Pivot, huh? If radio
放
isn't
送が無意味
working,
なら別の方
we
法を
might
試す
try
としよう。
another way.
キャプテンがここに来たのは
It
偶
seems
然
the
ではないんだ。
captain's timing is
これも
more than
何
just
かの縁だろう。
serendipitous. It must be fate. I've had my sights on an old printing press for some time. The board
評議会
uses
は雑誌や
magazines
広
and
告で入
advertisements
植
to
者の関
subtly
心を
focus
集
the
めている。
colony's attention. We will use their tricks against them.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
印刷機
Help
の
me
修理
clear
を
out
手
and
伝ってほ
repair
し
the
い。
press, and I will have no need for that rust bucket of a radio tower.
ああ、なるほど、そういうやり方か。
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead. Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment.
大容量デー
We
タ
can
カー
use
トリ
them
ッ
to
ジ。
copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in
お
triage.
これは大規模なお使いになりそうだ。あそこか。道なりに沿っていけばいいのかな。
Don't mess with us.
Excuse me, but this area's off limits. We got a leaky generator. It ain't safe. That's my nice way of telling you to sod off. We're fixing a leaky generator. What's it to you?
ここで人と会う約束をしてるんだ。
Yeah, she's inside. We got first rights, though. Soon as we fix that generator, she's ours.
必要なのは彼女の無視よ。
The point that I need to be impressing upon you and her is that she ain't selling.
Free-for-all!
Not even a scratch.
Heads up!
I'm not coming out.
That's the last of him!
I heard that. I heard all of that. Who's out there? Whoever you are, you're in a lot of trouble. Hello? Yeah, right, okay. I am absolutely not opening this door. Who are you, anyway?
グラハムに物資の回収を頼まれたの。
Oh, finally! Tell Graham that this is the last run I'm doing. Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking my neck anymore.
Thanks for clearing out those goons. Please don't kill me next. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Here, take them. Like I said, this is my last run. You'd have to ask him. All I know is that if I get caught, I'll get arrested. It's an enviable thing he's doing. Law help them. I should go. Look, what do you want to live? Yeah, I've got a few. I'll send them along. Give them all my regards.
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
指示を無視したら廃墟にも現
They
れな
don't
かっ
just
たの。
abandon orders,
あの
and they
6天
weren't
使
at
ど
the
こに行か
ruins.
せたの？
Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
彼らは非常に重
They're
要
on
な。
a
いや、
very
この話の
important...
続きは後でしょ。
Ah, we'll continue this later.
戻ってきたが、
Welcome back, Captain.
ローラを手に入れたぞ。
Damn it. I was hoping you'd have more sense than our venerable leader here. I get the
メッセー
message
ジが
is
重要な
important,
のは分か
but
った。
so's
納得いかない
eating.
けど。
Carlotta
集
usually
会で
schedules
次
the
の
next drop
物資
during
調
the
達の
meeting.
予定が決めるの。
When's she coming?
いつ来るの？取引を停止すると言っていた。それは非常に残
That
念だ。
is most unfortunate.
2つし
This
かない
cuts
補
off
給
one of
路
our
の
only
1つを
two
断たれてしま
supply
う。
lines on Monarch. Sanja, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
この件は後で対処しよう。
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony. I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press, one of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause.
とにかく
We
人手
need
が必要だ。
reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
Is a printing press really worth all these people's lives? There's gotta be a better way to get your message out.
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them. Exactly.
真実を
I'm
教える
glad
の
to
が
see
最
the
優先
truth
よ。
of the matter, Captain.
I'm sure the dead understand, right? Look, just... If the Van Noys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
というわけでね、じゃあ今日はこれで終わりにしたいと思います。次回はね、どうしようかな。多分、76のスコアボード滑るのもやりたいからね。多分76になると思います。それではご視聴ありがとうございました。次回も見てね。